So the good news for the Packers, they know their problems, and we'll get to that in a second, but self-awareness is very, very important, and I think Aaron Rodgers sees the problem. But for years and years, we've looked at teams like the Tennessee Titans as sort of they've got one way to win. It's sort of the knock on Garoppolo, right? You can't get in a shootout and win with Garoppolo. Some people believe it's Lamar Jackson. There's one way to win. He's not going to rally you from 21 down. And those are legitimate criticisms, right? I think Green Bay for years and years looked at all those teams and thought, we can beat you a lot of different ways. They've become one of them. The box score looks beautiful. 24 first downs, 450 yards, dominate time of possession, very few penalties. We think they're smart. But with Aaron, Matt LaFleur, the best running back tandem in the league in a bad division, they're like 22nd in scoring in the league. And this is why I don't put them in my top 10. Jason McIntyre's trying to bully me into putting them in their top 10. They've beaten a bad Chicago team, Tampa with none of its receivers, and a third-string quarterback who, by the way, took them to overtime. And as long as Aaron is the quarterback and playing with rookie receivers, his personality is, you make a mistake, I'll punish you. You saw it yesterday. Romeo Doubs fumbled early, ghosted him for 2 quarters. LaFleur had to go back to reverses to get Christian Watson the ball. He's not going to do it. It's not his personality. It's not his DNA, and that's who he is. You know, that's just not who Aaron is. He's a brilliant thrower of the football. It looks different. Fastest release since Dan Marino. He's a Hall of Famer. There's a lot of great with Aaron. But when Allen Lazard is your number one, he can't be stubborn. You can't be. You got to get these guys working. Right now, they don't have the ability of Buffalo. What Buffalo did yesterday, come from behind. Bengals, Chiefs, Rams, be down 21, not out of a game. In 2022, you can't stop top quarterbacks. I mean, Belichick can't force Josh Allen to punt. Look what Belichick did to Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Mahomes. Todd Bowles is one of the best defensive minds in football. Mahomes is up and down the field all last night. Bailey Zappe was moving the ball up, and that's a good Green Bay defense. That is a good Green Bay defense. It's why I took Patriots to cover this weekend. I'm like, these are 2 running teams. They can beat you one way. There's no way I'm giving you 9.5 points. And so you're going to get into some shootouts. And I think the Packers have become the Titans, the Ravens, and the Niners with Garoppolo. And by the way, I love Baltimore, and I love San Francisco with Garoppolo, but I do know they can't get down 21-0. They can beat you one way. And I think Aaron Rodgers, to his credit, he sort of knows what they are. He's right. And here's the good news. Aaron sees it, and Aaron knows it. His personality is what it is. But, I mean, Chicago's bad. The Patriots, ask yourself this. If Mac Jones would have played, Green Bay doesn't win that game. That game doesn't get to overtime. I mean, that game doesn't get to overtime. Go ask yourself after watching the Buccaneers go toe-to-toe with Kansas City. If Evans and Godwin are there last week and Julio Jones, you think Green Bay beats Tampa? Absolutely no way. So I think to Green Bay's credit, they know it. The Badgers fired their football coach. They're too one-dimensional. Green Bay is too. They just have one of the great quarterbacks of our lives. But I just don't see it. I highly doubt tomorrow they're in my top 10. So, I'm watching the Cowboys yesterday, and with you have a star quarterback. That when you take the star quarterback and his backup, the gap is the Grand Canyon. Like if I take Josh Allen's backup is Case Keenum. They don't even physically look close. Lamar Jackson's backup is Tyler Huntley. Justin Herbert's is Chase Daniel. Patrick Mahomes is Chad Henne. Like literally you have to change the offense when the backup quarterback comes in. That's when you have a star quarterback. You can do things with Lamar and Mahomes and Herbert and Burrow and Allen. Your backup can't even do. You take plays out of the offense. When you watch the Cowboys, Dak leaves and Cooper Rush comes in. It's the same offense. I think Dak's better than Cooper. He's better, but it's not quite as wide a gap as you'd want, considering at one point Dak was the, highest paid quarterback in the league? So, when's the last time you watched the game and went, wow, with Dak? I mean, you're not going to watch Cooper Rush and go, wow, but I don't do that with Dak. So, I mean, this weekend I saw Josh Allen, Herbert, Mahomes, Brady, like, whoa, make whoa plays. It's like a Rolex. Like, I'm not a big watch guy, but if I want to spend $15,000 or whatever a Rolex costs, $15,000, $20,000. I want to put it in my wrist, and people go up and go, whoo, that guy done well. Okay, otherwise, I'll put something on like I've usually had most of my life that costs $40. I'm just keeping time, right? So with Josh Allen and Mahomes, I'm paying that money for that Rolex, but I'm going, whoa, that's different. That's unique. Dak, he's better than Cooper Rush, but I don't see I don't see this big gap. You can run the exact same offense with Cooper Rush that you can run with Dak. If Case Keenum came in for Josh Allen, you think Case Keenum's running around 11 times a game? No. You think Chase Daniels, they're going to run as many deep routes with Chase Daniels as Justin Herbert? And no. Cooper and Dak, it's the same offense. It's kind of the same offense. He's a very, very capable backup. And that's what I've said, by the way, with Tua and Teddy Bridgewater. So Bridgewater's going to probably play this week. I think Tua is better than Teddy Bridgewater. Inch. You can run the exact same offense. You can run the exact same offense. That's where you don't want to pay a quarterback $40 million. I want to pay a quarterback. I want the Rolex. I want that. That doesn't look like any other watch. I want nobody else can do. I mean, Patrick Mahomes goes out. You're not doing left-handed passes. You're not. The offense changes. By the way, Steph Curry hits the bench. You're not letting the other guy shoot 28-footers. I don't mind paying big money, but you got to give me some wow. I got to see it. And, by the way, Dak now comes back at the Rams at Philly. They're not winning those games. Right? I'm not trying to be controversial here. They're not going to win at Philly, for sure. I don't think they're going to win at L.A. either. I don't know. Maybe short week they have a chance, but I don't think we should have a quarterback controversy. But if Dak goes 0-2, we're going to have a quarterback controversy. That's just, Jerry's going to be there poking it and stoking it and getting it all fired up. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.